Model Systems Knowledge Translation Center presents Memory and Moderate to Severe Traumatic Brain Injury. This slideshow is based on research conducted by the TBI Model Systems Center's program and serves as a resource for individuals with traumatic brain injury and their supporters. The Model Systems Knowledge Translation Center is funded by the National Institute on Disability, Independent Living, and Rehabilitation Research. This presentation summarizes research on memory problems that may affect people with moderate to severe traumatic brain injury, or TBI. This information can help people living with TBI understand new limits on their memory and ways to help overcome those limits. Some things that you should know about memory and TBI are: memory problems are very common in people with moderate to severe TBI. TBI can damage parts of the brain that handle learning and remembering. TBI affects short-term memory more than long-term memory. People with TBI may have a tough time remembering to remember. This means remembering to do things in the future, such as keeping appointments or calling someone back when you promised to do so. People with moderate to severe TBI may not remember the incident that caused the injury. People with TBI can use strategies to learn to work around memory problems and get things done every day. What kind of memory is affected by TBI? Memory isn't just one kind of ability. There are several kinds of memory, such as long and short-term memory. TBI is more likely to impact your short-term memory than long-term memory. You may have trouble learning new information, recent events, or what's happening from day to day. You may remember things from the distant past. Here are some short-term memory problems that are common in people with TBI. Forgetting important details of a conversation. Forgetting where you left things. Feeling unsure of what you did or said recently, causing you to ask and say the same things repeatedly. Losing track of time or feeling unsure of what day it is. Being unable to retrace a route you took earlier in the day or week. Forgetting all or part of what you read in a book or what you saw in a movie. TBI may also affect prospective memory, or remembering to remember. This means remembering plans and intentions long enough to act on them. Although TBI affects new memories more than old ones, people with TBI may have trouble retrieving the correct information when needed. For example, you may recognize your aunt and know who she is, but have trouble remembering her name. Or you may be able to define all the words on a vocabulary test, but have trouble remembering the exact word when you're talking. Common prospective memory problems after moderate to severe TBI include forgetting to keep appointments or showing up at the wrong times, telling someone you will call or visit at a certain time, then forgetting to do so, forgetting what you were supposed to do or intended to do at home, work, or school, or in the community, forgetting important occasions such as birthdays, holidays, and family events, forgetting to take medicines at the right time, or forgetting to pick up children at a certain time. The loss of memory from the moment of TBI onward is called post-traumatic amnesia. It can last from a few minutes to several weeks or months, depending on the severity of the brain injury. If you can't remember the events of your TBI, you likely never will. That's because your brain did not store those memories. The best way to learn about the injury is to ask family members, friends, or medical personnel who may have objective information. Using compensatory strategies is the best way to tackle memory problems and still get things done. Compensatory strategies are ways we document information to help us remember. Examples are a grocery list, address book, note page, or cell phone alarm. When you write down information or enter it into a phone or computer, you may actually strengthen the memory trace in your brain, and the information will always be available for you if you need it. Here are some compensatory strategies to help work around memory difficulties. Get rid of distractions before starting on something that you want to remember. Ask people to talk slower or repeat what they said to make sure you understand it. Give yourself extra time to practice, repeat, or rehearse information you need to remember. Use organizers, notebooks, or a cell phone calendar or apps to keep track of important information, such as appointments, to-do lists, and telephone numbers. Keep all items that you need to take with you, example your wallet, keys, and phone, in a memory station at home, like a table by the door or a special section of the counter. Use a pill box to keep track of and take your medicines accurately. Use checklists to keep track of what you've done or different steps in activity. Having memory problems after TBI may make it harder for you to remember to use some of these strategies. At first, ask a family member or friend to remind you of these strategies. Over time, the strategies will become a habit, and you can use them on your own. There are supports to help. For instance, college students can contact the Disability Support Services office at their school to receive assistance with note-taking and other services to support learning. The vocational rehabilitation services available in every state may be able to supply job coaching or counseling to assist workers who need memory supports and may provide additional help to college students. For additional resources on traumatic brain injury, please visit the Model Systems Knowledge Translation Center website at www.msktc.org.